For more than 40 years, Americans were told a simple message: save into your retirement accounts, defer your taxes, and you will be secure. And millions did exactly that. They contributed to their 401k. They rolled funds into traditional IRAs. They trusted the system. Then retirement arrived, and a new rule quietly took control. Once you reach the government-defined trigger age, currently 73, your retirement accounts no longer operate on your schedule. The IRS requires that money begin coming out, whether you need it or not. This is the phase known as required minimum distributions, or RMDs. And very few retirees are prepared for what happens next. Because once that withdrawal begins, three forces converge: taxes, risk exposure, and the possibility of lost long-term compounding. It's not just about taking money out. It's about what happens to your retirement strategy the moment the government forces your hand. Some retirees accept the withdrawal, deposit it in a low-yield account, and believe they are being conservative. Others reinvest without adjusting their allocation, unintentionally adding more risk at the very stage when risk hurts most. Meanwhile, a smaller, better-prepared group, often working with advanced planners, uses RMDs strategically. They reposition assets. They reduce lifetime tax exposure. They strengthen income streams, and they preserve long-term purchasing power and legacy value. The difference between these retirees is not luck. It is strategy. In today's lesson, we're going to break down the smartest way to reinvest your RMDs so your money remains productive, tax-efficient, and aligned with your long-term objectives, not dictated by deadlines. And by the end of this session, you will understand why RMDs can quietly erode wealth if handled passively, how to assign every forced-out dollar a strategic role, what tools high-net-worth retirees use to turn withdrawals into opportunity, and how to keep control of your financial path even when the rules require action. This is not a conversation about avoiding RMDs. It is a conversation about mastering them. Let's begin. Segment 1. Understanding RMDs with precision. To make smart reinvestment decisions, we must begin with a precise understanding of what an RMD truly represents. A required minimum distribution is not a guideline. It is a federal mandate attached to tax-deferred retirement accounts, most commonly traditional IRAs and employer plans like 401k's. When you reach the qualifying age, currently 73, the IRS requires you to begin withdrawing a calculated portion each year. The formula is straightforward: your December 31st account balance, divided by IRS life expectancy factor, equals your required withdrawal for the year. This withdrawal becomes taxable income in that year, and this is where many retirees unintentionally expose themselves to higher tax brackets, increased Medicare premiums, higher taxation of Social Security benefits, not because they are spending irresponsibly, but because they did not structure their withdrawals strategically. Retirement is not simply the absence of work. It is the presence of financial decisions that compound over decades. RMDs are one of those decisions, and if you treat them as a routine task instead of an integrated part of your wealth plan, the long-term impact can be significant, quietly reducing purchasing power, degrading compounding, and limiting legacy potential. Mastery begins with clarity. Your RMD is not extra money. It is forced income that now requires a purpose. Segment 2. The 5 costly RMD missteps. Most retirees do not lose wealth through spending. They lose wealth through unplanned distribution behavior. These are the 5 most common mistakes. 1. Treating RMDs as cash to park. Leaving funds idle in low-yield accounts diminishes value over time. Inflation is not theoretical, it is continuous. 2. Reinvesting without adjusting allocation. Simply reinvesting RMDs back into markets without rebalancing can create accidental overexposure to risk. 3. Taking RMDs at the last minute. Rushing in December limits tax planning opportunities and increases error rates. 4. Withdrawing from the wrong account. When multiple retirement accounts exist, choosing where to pull from affects tax efficiency and portfolio structure. 5. Ignoring the ripple effects. RMD withdrawals may influence Medicare premiums and Social Security taxation. Strategic timing matters. Retirement is won through intelligent structure, not rushed reaction. Segment 3. The guiding principle. Give every dollar a job. Before we talk about where to reinvest, we must decide why we are reinvesting. Money without purpose becomes money without direction. In a disciplined retirement framework, every dollar serves one of 4 functions: purpose, objective, protection, capital, security, emergency access, health contingencies. Income capital, reliable cash flow to support lifestyle needs. Growth capital, long-term market positioning to preserve buying power. Legacy capital, assets structured for heirs or philanthropic intent. Your RMD should not automatically default to spending, and it should not blindly flow back into markets. It must be allocated according to objective, not emotion. When retirees follow this framework, RMDs transform from a requirement into a resource. We move from forced withdrawals to strategic redeployment. That is the foundation of successful retirement finance. Now that we understand what RMDs are and why the IRS forces withdrawals, let's talk about what smart retirees do differently. Because here's the truth. Most retirees treat RMDs like an inconvenience. They withdraw it, pay taxes, spend a little, and let the rest sit idle in a low-yield account. But financially successful retirees, especially the ones who stay wealthy, what if the person you trust with your retirement isn't paid to make you wealthy? Differently, but paid to make sure you keep paying them? Redeployable Most capital. Americans believe financial advisors are there not to protect an obligation, their future. And the difference between those two mindsets of retirees that's often waking up to a painful retirement full of freedom. Their retirement wasn't built to maximize their money. Strategy 1. It was built to secure someone else's into a tax-efficient account. Imagine working 35 years, saving diligently, take the money out of stress. The IRS doesn't tell you what to do next. You walk into your advisor's office, you still have powerful shake your hands, smile. For example, you can move your RMD into a Roth IRA, and if you have earned income and qualify, you feel safe, or more commonly, you feel protected. Retirees direct RMDs behind every reassuring phone call and every polished chart, focusing on index funds. Comes out. Whether your money grows or shrinks, dividend ETFs 1% doesn't sound like much. This way, until you realize you can drain over instead of sitting and shrinking against some $500,000 with strategy over time. Set up an income $250,000. Many retirees make the mistake of withdrawing without a plan. Nobody explains. Smart investors treat RMDs not because like you weren't smart enough to understand, but because the industry profits when you don't know future income streams. Now let's be fair. Examples include there are excellent fiduciary advisors who short duration treasuries, fixed income. Many Americans still don't know the difference between someone legally required to put you first. Think of it this way: and someone legally allowed to sell whatever pays them the highest monthly income. That difference can determine whether you retire RMDs to reduce future or outlive your money. The truth is simple. Costs are one of the largest retirement when you learn how money truly works. According to Fidelity, the moment you understand the average 65-year-old couple retiring today may need over $315,000. You become someone who doesn't need expensive handholding. So many wise retirees dedicate a portion of RMDs to they reassure, care insurance they distract with complexity, health savings investment but not empowered, strategic Medicare gap planning. It's not exciting, but it's one of the smartest reinvestments you'll ever without confusion, and without wondering whether someone else is wealth transfer the right way. Your life savings. RMDs can quietly become to protect yourself, your family. Ask the questions wealthy retirees ask. Many high net worth retirees use RMDs of the time. Fund life insurance for tax efficient and by legacy transfer. 3. What are my all-in annual fees in dollars, not percentages? Investment accounts. 4. Why this investment over low-cost index funds. 5. Show me the 20-year fee. Create donor-advised charitable funds. When you ask those questions, turning a government-mandated withdrawal into a legacy now strategy. You're in control. Strategy 5. This isn't fear. Outsmart financial literacy. This is taking back your retirement. And many analysts believe future retirees sacrifice higher federal tax rates and dreams to build this. So what do savvy retirees do? You do not have to retire RMDs to stressed, pay taxes on strategic Roth conversions. You don't need to be a financial expert. Shift part of their portfolio into tax-free buckets. You're not diversify your future tax exposure. You're waking up guessing, and that puts you ahead of millions. This is long-term tax insulation. If you want a retirement based on knowledge, your wealth, more than almost any investment, hit that follow button. Doing nothing is still a decision. Most advisors won't, and it is often the most expensive because your money should build your freedom. The IRS does not care if your money runs out. Follow the government simply wants its peace. Smart wealth your job is to control financial independence. And every year you delay retire on your turn, you lose time, not theirs, compounding, and control. Before we continue, which strategy do you think most retirees ignore? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious how many of you are already thinking like strategic investors. If you're approaching retirement, or already taking RMDs, you now know what smart investors do. They don't just withdraw. They reposition, they reinvest, they protect their future. This channel is here to help you retire wisely and confidently. So if you want safer growth, smarter tax moves, and guidance for your retirement money, subscribe for more financial freedom insights, especially if you're 50 and older. And don't leave yet, your next step is critical. Watch the next video, how to grow your money safely after retirement. It will show you exactly where retirees are earning stable returns without taking reckless risks. I'll see you there.